was a randomized control trial in older adults with mild cognitive impairment, and they showed improved cognitive function with lion's mane supplementation. Participants who stopped supplementation saw their cognitive scores gradually decline again, suggesting ongoing support is needed. If there was a mushroom known for helping the brain grow, repair, and adapt, it would be lion's mane.
Yes, lion's mane doesn't look like a typical mushroom either. It grows these cool, long, cascading white tendrils that almost look like a waterfall or a lion's mane, which is exactly how it got its name.
But beyond its appearance, lion's mane is one of the most fascinating medicinal mushrooms we know of because it directly supports neuron growth, brain plasticity, and cognitive function.
And today we're breaking it all down. The history, the traditional use, what herbalists use it for clinically, the research, the dosage, safety, all of it.
Yep, this is Mushroom Masterclass, and lion's mane is the neural builder. Okay, so what is lion's mane? Lion's mane is Hericium erinaceus. It's a culinary and a medicinal mushroom that grows on hardwood trees in North America, Europe, and in Asia.
And unlike many medicinal mushrooms that have these tough fruiting bodies, lion's mane is actually edible and widely used in cooking. It has this texture that's often compared to seafood of some sort. Sometimes people even call it the crab of the woods.
But medicinally, what makes lion's mane unique is its ability to stimulate compounds in the body that support nerve growth and repair.
And that is why this mushroom has become so well known for supporting things like memory and focus and mood and long-term brain health. And it's really important, if you're going to talk about lion's mane for brain health, that we're talking about using an extract made from the fruiting body, and then it's been dual extracted. And that allows us to get at compounds inside that can pass the blood-brain barrier to actually benefit brain health directly. So no mycelium on grain lion's mane here. All right. Lion's mane has a long history in traditional Chinese and Japanese herbal medicine. It was traditionally used for digestive disorders, weak digestion and stomach ulcers, which I know you've had experience with, Dr. Des, fatigue and low vitality, cognitive decline, and general longevity.
And in traditional Chinese medicine, it was often used to strengthen the spleen and stomach, which in TCM terms, it means supporting digestion, nutrient absorption, and overall vitality.
And it was historically consumed by Buddhist monks who valued lion's mane for its ability to support concentration and mental clarity during, my favorite thing, meditation.
So historically, lion's mane wasn't just a brain herb, even though it's not an herb. It was a whole system tonic that supported both the gut and the mind.
Yeah.
So if we had to summarize lion's mane in one word, it would be regenerative. And some of the key actions include neurotrophic, so building the brain, neuroprotective, protecting brain tissue, cognitive supportive, so cognition support, so helping with cognition, thinking, ability to have executive function, antioxidant, so supporting any sort of cellular integrity, anti-inflammatory, so mitigating inflammation, immunomodulatory, so modulating immune responses, meaning it doesn't go too low or too high, and gastroprotective, meaning supporting the stomach, supporting the integrity of that, and then metabolic supportive, so supporting overall healthy metabolism.
That's a long list, but what really sets lion's mane apart is its ability to support nerve growth factor, or you might see that listed as NGF some places.
Totally. NGF is a protein that helps neurons grow, repair, and communicate with one another.
Yeah, I think of it like Miracle Grow for your brain, which is why it's my favorite mushroom. Instead of just stimulating the brain temporarily, like, say, caffeine would, lion's mane really supports the structure and the resilience of the nervous system itself. So what do we say about it in traditional Chinese medicine? I think there, lion's mane is considered really this gentle tonic that supports both digestion and mental clarity, but it's often framed as strengthening the spleen and stomach, or supporting qi, that's your energy, and vitality, or nourishing the gut lining, or even calming of the spirit.
And in modern integrative frameworks, we often think of lion's mane as both part of the gut-brain axis conversation.
Yeah, because the health of the digestive system and the health of the nervous system are deeply connected, as we know. Okay, so what do herbalists then use it for? Different than in TCM. So, clinically, herbalists will often reach for lion's mane when there are signs of some type of cognitive fatigue. So, people are experiencing poor focus, can't pay attention, poor memory, or nervous system depletion in some way.
And it's also used in cases of mild cognitive impairment, brain fog, burnout, and recovery after neurological injury.
Yeah. And interestingly, it is also used for gut health. And we think of other mushrooms for gut health first, but we do see lots of research around lion's mane in that gut health category as well.
And that's because lion's mane has been shown to support the stomach lining, and it may help in conditions like gastritis, so inflammation of the stomach, ulcers, and inflammatory digestive disorders. So let's look into the human evidence. Lion's mane is one of the medicinal mushrooms that has some clinical data that is very, very interesting, particularly around cognition. So human studies include that there was a randomized control trial in older adults with mild cognitive impairment, and they showed improved cognitive function with lion's mane supplementation. Participants who stopped supplementation saw their cognitive scores gradually decline again, suggesting ongoing support is needed. And another human study found improvements in mood and reductions in anxiety and depressive symptoms in women experiencing menopause-related distress. That's so important because a lot of women who are going through menopause experience some of these mood symptoms that they don't want to talk about. And further to the previous study where they saw these cognitive scores decline, if you're not firing and wiring, you're going to lose it. Use it or lose it.
Absolutely. I love that clinical data suggests that lion's mane can support both cognitive performance and the emotional side of well being as well. There's a lot more
Mhm.
going on in the brain than just smarts.
Absolutely. And mechanistically, the research is very compelling when we look at its effects on nerve growth and neuroplasticity. Let's go into the mechanism of action. So, how does lion's mane actually work? Lion's mane contains unique compounds, including hericenones, which are only going to be present in a dual extracted lion's mane from the fruiting body. Hericenones are only present in the fruiting body. Erinacines, which are only present in the mycelium if it is an extract, beta glucans, which are present in an extract, and antioxidant polysaccharides.
Yeah, and these compounds help to stimulate nerve growth factor production, which then supports the growth and repair of the neurons directly. And the mechanisms include supporting nerve growth factor synthesis. And like I said, this is this miracle grow for your brain cells, actually upping your neurogenic rate and enhancing neuroplasticity. Well, neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to adapt and rewire and form new neural connections in response to learning or an experience or even healing. So, in simple terms, it means that your brain can change and grow throughout your life. And we did not used to believe that. We used to think your brain's fully developed by the time you're 30, or now we're thinking 35, and then that's it. But no, your brain can continue to grow all the way to the last day of your life, allowing you to learn new skills and to break old habits or to recover from injury. So I think neuroplasticity is such an interesting conversation right now, and lion's mane would be the mushroom for that. Also, protecting neurons from oxidative damage, reducing neuroinflammation, which we know can link to so many degenerative diseases, and then supporting that gut barrier integrity. And then the last one, modulating immune signaling. So this means it helps the immune system respond in a balanced or intelligent way rather than overreacting and underreacting, which I think is so cool about mushrooms in general, that they do have this, what I call mushroom intelligence, where they know what you need. Is it that you want something to be increased or decreased? And they're able to do that modulating by the way they signal our cells. They're literally speaking to our cells.
They're so smart. It's essentially helping create an environment where the nervous system can prepare and adapt more effectively.
Mhm.
Okay, let's talk about dosage because this is a question we get asked all the time. Let's
Mhm.
make this practical. Typical dosage range for dried mushroom equivalent can be between 1,000 and 5,000 milligrams per day. Now, a maintenance dose can be around 1,000 milligrams per day, but when we're looking at a therapeutic range, we want to make sure that we're getting around 3,000 milligrams daily. And keep in mind that if you are taking lion's mane for its brain supporting benefits, you want to make sure that it is a dual extract. That
Mhm.
way, the hericenones are present if it is from a fruiting body. So we want lion's mane to be a fruiting body dual extract so that we can get those hericenones.
That's it. So many people choose to take lion's mane consistently because its benefits tend to build over time.
Absolutely. Okay. And one thing to note as well, looking at Health Canada's mushroom monograph, their daily max is 12,000 milligrams of quantity crude equivalent of lion's mane extract. Okay. Going into safety and contraindications, lion's mane is considered very safe and well tolerated.
And as always, with medicinal mushrooms, sourcing and extraction quality really matter. So you definitely want organic certified. You definitely want to see an extraction ratio. You definitely want to know that this is coming from the whole fruiting body of the mushroom. And in this case, you want it to be a dual extract, and it should say that all right on the label.
And it might sound like a broken record, but look for products that are properly extracted with fruiting bodies. They're dual extracts to ensure that you get the active compounds that are bioavailable in there. Okay, FAQ rapid fire brandy is lion's mane stimulating.
No, it's not like caffeine. It more supports focus without any of those jitters.
Okay, how long does it take to work?
Many people notice changes within a few weeks, but neurological benefits can build over months.
Okay, can I help with brain fog?
Yes, it may support mental clarity, especially when brain fog is related to inflammation or to stress, which it so often is.
And is it safe to use long term?
Yes, absolutely. I've been taking it for 5 years every single day. Lion's mane is commonly used as what we would consider a long-term tonic.
Awesome. Okay, well, if chaga protects the terrain,
Lion's mane helps build the brain. Who doesn't love a good rhyme?
right? It's one of the most exciting medicinal mushrooms we have for brain health, neuroplasticity, and cognitive resilience.
This is Mushroom Masterclass.
And next time, we'll explore another one of our mushroom allies. Be well, everyone.
Be well.